Shalom. Kal halalim la Yahweh, Ba Hashem Yahushai, Ba Hashem Racha HaKodash, Brakti Yahweh, Brakti Yahushai, Brakti Yahweh, Brakti Yahushai, Brakti Yahweh, Brakti Yahushai. And double honors to the elders, apostles, bishops, and prophets of Great Millstone, whom I'm a student of. And, like a lot of Israelites around the world that are waking up, they are the true men of the Lord. They are the mouthpiece of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai on planet Earth. And the apostles are the heads of Israel on planet Earth. Obviously, under the authority and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Yahweh Shai, and once the kingdom is established, King David, and the 12, and then so forth and so on. 12 apostles, and all the key, then the 144,000. If I've said anything incorrect in any kind of order or specification, but I believe I've according to my notes, most of what I've stated is correct. I'm just gonna touch on a certain topic, which is focused on, Halloween or Samhain, which is very, very demonic indeed. And Halloween tragedy. South Korea stampede, at least 153 killed and 82 hurt in crush as Halloween revelers surge up narrow street in Seoul. At least 153 people are dead and another 82 hurt after a stampede during Halloween celebrations in South Korea. Graphic pictures show body bags lined up on pavements and shaking survivors being treated by medics following the crush in a popular party district in the capital, Seoul. Okay, you see all these heathens there. Most of them are Moabites. I see there's a brown face there as well. That could be a Jake. Jakes are probably going there on holiday. These idiots celebrate these demonic holidays. They even celebrate this crap in churches, so-called churches that celebrate Jesus. That worship Jesus, Serapis Christus. That clown with a flower pot on the head. Caesar Borgia. The stampede happened as hundreds of people were forced along a narrow street. Dozens of people collapsed and were treated for cardiac arrest. There you go. It is understood that there were 100,000 revelers in the area celebrating Halloween when the horror surge happened. Police said dozens were being given CPR on the streets of Itaewon. Authorities said the dead included at least 22 foreigners from China, Iran, Russia, France, the US, Australia, Uzbekistan, Vietnam, Kazakhstan, Austria, Sri Lanka. Okay, Sri Lanka, Thailand, and Norway. So you got basically Moab, Iran, Elam. There's probably Jake amongst them. Russia, probably Edomites, US, probably Jake and Edomites. Australia, Edomites. Uzbekistan, Ishmaelites, Vietnam, Moabites, Kazakhstan, Ishmaelites and Edomites, Austria, Edomites, Sri Lanka, Elamites, Thailand, Moabites, and maybe some Japhetic people at Norway, all a bunch of Edomites. Well, anyway, there's a bunch of people there, Rescues were filmed trying to pull people trapped underneath dead bodies as field hospitals were thrown up to a deal with hundreds of casualties. Survivors were also seen strewn across the pavement, wrapped in foil blankets to stay warm, following the crush in Itaewon on Saturday night. Amid the horror, one man was filmed climbing up a wall to escape the surges. 100,000 revelers celebrating Halloween panicked. The deadly crush unfolded on a narrow downhill alley after a throng of partygoers were forced down it. A witness in his 20s said, as people in front fell over, those in the back were crushed. More than 800 emergency workers from across the country rushed to the scene. Close to the Hamilton Hotel and makeshift morgue was set up in a building nearby. One witness described the number of bodies piling up as looking like a tomb. Okay, yada, yada, yada. Okay, you get the gist of the matter. There's a video up here. Let's see if that works.
149 people were killed and another 150 injured in a stampede when a huge crowd celebrating Halloween crammed into an alley in the Itaewon area of Seoul, South Korea's capital, Saturday night, according to emergency officials. The incident took place at about 10:20 p.m. local time. Witnesses described chaotic scenes moments before the stampede, with the police on hand having trouble maintaining control and the crowd becoming increasingly unruly and agitated. Social media footage captured the chaos, with hundreds of people packed in the narrow sloped alley crushed and immobile, as emergency officials and police tried to pull them free. Many of the partygoers were wearing masks and Halloween costumes. Other footage showed fire officials and citizens desperately treating dozens of people who appeared to be unconscious. A Reuters witness said a makeshift morgue was set up in a building adjacent to the scene. About 4 dozen bodies were carried out later on wheeled stretchers and moved to a government facility to identify the victims, according to the witness. The Itaewon district is popular with young South Koreans and expatriates alike. Its dozens of bars and restaurants packed on Saturday for Halloween. It was the first Halloween event in Seoul in 3 years after the country lifted COVID restrictions and social distancing. Authorities said they were investigating the exact cause of the incident. President Yoon Suk-yeol presided over an emergency meeting with senior aides.
So you get the idea. The Lord is just basically sick and tired of this kind of nonsense. I mean, even the Google icon is, is trying to make it look all cute, for the children, but really it's real demonic. When the demons actually show up, you get a chance to see a glimpse of them. They actually look quite scarier than the people try and portray, even in movies. Okay. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. Yahweh Shem Yashai has created, angels on the right hand side to do, like for example, let's just say Yahweh is a CEO, right? Yahweh Shem Yashai are like the heads, right, of a company. I'm just giving my kind of sort of example, okay? And then their employees are the angels. Okay, you got angels on the right hand side doing the righteous bidding that constantly travel. Then you got angels on the left hand side, the demons that do the Most High's bidding. Okay, like for example, when Satan, where comest thou? Where comest? So I'm just paraphrasing scriptures because I understand what it means, but sometimes I need to sort of like put in certain keywords just to get the scripture up. But sometimes you may not remember the verse and chapter, Okay. Job 1:7, and the Lord, Yahweh Shemashai, said unto Satan, whence comest thou? And Satan answered the Lord, Yahweh Shemashai, and said, from going to and fro in the earth and from walking up and down it. And that's the angels on the left-hand side do that, and the angels on the right-hand side do that. Okay? And they never get tired, neither do they get weary. Okay? They do the Lord's work. They tempt people. Some people fall into that temptation, whatever wickedness that they're going to fall into. Okay? And the Lord, does this because the Lord likes drama. You know what I mean? You got street cats out there saying that, yeah, you want drama? Man, the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yashai, is the ultimate drama king. You want to put it in those terms. Okay, the Lord loves it. This is the Lord's show. This is the Lord's movie. Okay, the Lord likes action. The Lord likes drama. The Lord likes intensity. How people, what's going to happen to them, Okay, and the angels, right and left hand side, report to the Most High and record it. And the Lord views it. Okay? Job 1:7 again. And the Lord said unto Satan, whence comest thou? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth and from walking up and down it. and the Lord does all the killing. Okay, whether it's a righteous death. For example, you die with the Lord's name on your lips. Righteous prophets that have passed on in the truth, they've passed on in their sleep. They were doing, like a lot of our lovely elders and prophets. Like you got King Marsha and I don't know, is it High Priest Yaikwab? The elders from the 90s that used to teach. See some of your vids, and all those great teachers, that passed the knowledge on to the apostles on down now, are in the spiritual realm. Okay, those are the righteous people that were taken out righteously, peacefully, and went to the Most High, and now are there, until they come back down again, and then on the left hand side, you got these idiots and these revelers, these revelers that are being taken out because the Lord is sick and tired of this nonsense. Okay, we're right at the door of Yahushua's return, and you got MFs out there. I don't care about the heathens because the heathens are not part of the covenant anyway. They can do what they want. They're wicked by nature. That's their nature, isn't it? Moab, Esau, these filthy heathen nations. Moab are the Chinese, Ammon are the Japanese, Esau the so-called white man, the Caucasians, the cave dwellers, the pigskin people. Okay, they're evil anyway. Okay, there's no hope for them. But you, Jake, should have a bit of common sense. But then again, 2/3 of our people are going to be taken out in numerous different ways, be it like that, okay, being crushed or being trampled over, or being hit by the missiles, starvation, raped and murdered by the martial law troops, raped and murdered by marauders and gangs when Jacob's trouble kicks off, taken out by the charagma or these darts that people are taking, these liquids, the liquid serums that are going to turn them into zombies down the line. They want a horror show. They want to celebrate Halloween. Celebrate Halloween when it's Jacob's trouble. And a lot of these MFers are going to be turning to zombies. They dress up like zombies now with all this makeup on. They're going to actually look like that, but even worse. Okay? Deuteronomy 32:39. See now that I, even I, am He, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. You can't, escape, man. What's written? Every individual story, from the Israelites to every heathen, their story is already written. What's going to happen? Okay, the Lord puts certain buffers in your life. Okay, whether it's for you to work in a specific job or for you to be with a specific woman, whatever it is, the Lord puts certain buffers, certain things to happen where you go down that certain pathway to, for things to happen. Okay. The Lord does all that. Whether you're going to be taken out sooner or later, whether it's going to be done righteously, you're going to be taken out, or you're going to be taken out, what the world would call evil. Deuteronomy 32:39. See now that I, even I am He, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. Hebrews 10:31. Hebrews 10:31. It is a fearful thing to fall into the lands of the living power, Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakak Wadash. Okay? Now you got people out there, right? I'm not going to name any camp names or individuals. They make fun of the Lord's name, man. They do skits saying that they found the Lord's name, and then they have it written from left to right when it's supposed to be from right to left. Then they make fun of it, and then they show vids of them teaching that that beautiful, lovely name, that powerful name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai 30 years earlier, proclaiming it. And then 30 years later, they're making fun of it. And then you see certain vids of them saying that, okay, yeah, they do pray in the name, but they do it privately. But they don't teach it to their congregation. They say, Most High Christ bless, or Christ, 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 Christ. Acts 4:12, there's only one name under heaven that we must be saved. Okay? That's the key. That's the password. That's a form of spiritual power on a lower level if you have that name and you pray in that name. Okay? You make fun of the Lord's name. Okay? Me personally, you make fun of the Lord's. This is me speaking as a man. You make fun of my power's name. Our power's name and my king's name, death to you, man. All right? Death to you. Okay? Because the Lord does hate. The Lord hates. When the Lord hates, the Lord hates. Okay? Look how our king had to go through. And he is the only begotten son. You know? By the stripes that he received, Malak HaMashiach Yahushai, our king, our general, our big brother, we are healed. Okay? And we're pieces of shit. I'm talking about myself. Okay, it's the Lord's tender mercies that we walk and talk and have some kind of able bodily function, regardless of the ailments that every individual that is suffering. You know, the Lord hates these so-called feast days, man. Okay, the Lord doesn't like it. Your Christmas, your Halloween, you know, you roasting pork and stuff, all that disgusting crap. You making gumbo with all sorts of abomination, ripping crabs apart. You think the Lord wants to smell of that roast? Then you pray over it. Most High Christ bless, or Jesus wept and all that kind of stuff. Huh? Amos 5:21. I hate. The Lord hates. The Lord hates. It's not. Lord is not all love. The Lord is love. The Lord is merciful. Very merciful. Look at the look at the mercies of David, man. Okay, and King David is a man after the Lord's own heart. How much of the Lord loves King David, man? But the Lord put King David what he put him through. And when King David returns, he's going to be the king over Israel, under Yahushua, of course. The Lord hates, you know, but the Lord is merciful too. For example, like the sure mercies of David, King David. Amos 5:21 again. I hate and I despise your feast days. I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. The Lord doesn't want to smell that, man. You know, your incense burning next to whatever kind of abomination. You're praying over, during, Christmas or whatever. When during a certain demonic feast, which according to Jeremiah, you're not supposed to do, having all that Christmas tree shit. Verse 22, though you offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them, neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts. You know, all the abominations. It could even be clean meat. The Lord still doesn't want to smell it because you're not doing it righteously according to the high holy days and what the Lord ordained. Okay? Verse 23, take thou away from me the noise of thy songs, jingle bells and all that kind of stuff, and any other kind of songs that you would even sing on this kind of abomination, this Halloween crap. For I will not hear the melody of thy viols. Okay? The Lord doesn't want to hear that. Okay? So let's go into hate. Okay? I was just watching the elder from GMS Chayal 144, that, you know, great teacher, you know, great prophet, brings out some beautiful lessons on the Lashon Kodash. Right? I suggest you learn that, man. You know? Oh, man, when you pray in the Lashon Kodash, you can feel the power, man. I'm not even, bruv. You need to get into that. All right? The basic you should know is the Lord's Prayer, Matthew 6 and 9, in the Lashon Kodash by heart. You know, write it down, read it, you know. But anyway, let's go into the hate scriptures, man. Yeah? Let's do that. Let's start with Psalms. Hope this is the right one. Computer's all slowing up. Oh, yeah. Psalm 5 verse 5. The foolish shall not stand in thy sight. Thou hatest all workers of iniquity. Okay? So the Lord hates all workers of iniquity. Right? Whether you're sellout jakes that are, you know, just to earn a large pay packet and wear your nice garments and have a nice car and all that kind of thing. Live in your mansion. You know, people like the Steve Harveys, the P. Diddy's, but you sell your own people short. Yeah? That's why it's a 10% of jakes, right? That are billionaires, that are Freemasons, all that kind of thing. People like Oprah and Eddie Murphys and all that kind of this world. Yeah? That will sell their souls. So the 90% of jakes can live, can catch hell. Yeah, that's iniquity. Celebrating Halloween is iniquity. Celebrating Christmas is iniquity, especially when you know deep down it's wrong and you still do it. Why? You say, you know what? You can't beat them, join them. That's what you guys want to do. Let's do number one. Let's go to Romans 9:13. Yeah, Romans 9 verse 13. I'll just read it from here. Romans 9 verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. The Lord loves Jacob. Who's Jacob? The 12 tribes. The bulk of the tribes are the Negroes, Latinos of Negro Indian descent, and the native Indians. Okay. All right. And, obviously you got the Israelite foreigners that are scattered around the world from the various captivities and migration patterns and settling down and marrying Israelite foreigner women, heathen women, and having children. And then the children blending in with their mother's people. Look at Blake Griffin, for example. His father is a dark-skinned chocolate Haitian, which he'd be from the tribe of Levi, right? But look how Blake came out. Blake came out red hair, light-skinned, with the sort of like he would pass for a Portuguese Jake or maybe even a Latino Jake, like an Ephraimite, yeah, borderline kind of thing. That's one generation, and then he married had a child with a girl from the WNBA, I think she's from, a tall blonde chick. She could be an Israelite foreigner, right? Especially if she's good at basketball. Nevertheless, she looks like an Edomite. Okay, now he's had a son, and this is what, 2 generations later, right? 2 generations in. Now that Levite boy, what does he look like? He looks like Eminem, blonde hair, pale skin. Not pale skin. He's got kind of a tan skin, but he's got blonde hair. Now he grows up. Not that we got long left here, and he has a child with, let's just say, an Edomite girl, whatever. Now the children are going to look like, Edomites. But it's still Jacob. Okay. So the Lord loves Jacob. You got the Israelite foreigners scattered everywhere, right? But the Lord hates Esau. Esau is a so-called white man, the Caucasians. Adawami, meaning red. They got that translucent skin, like a pig. They're all red and pink all the time. They go in the sun, they get burnt, they smell funny. They've got the animalistic ways. The Lord hates them. Romans 9:13, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. Right? Let's go to Sirach 12 and 6. Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach 12 and 6. For the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yashai, hateth sinners and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly and keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment. Okay, now that that scripture there doesn't need much of an elaboration or me to be intricate with it and breaking it down. It states it. You can just read it. It's literal. Ecclesiasticus 12 and 6, also known as Sirach 12 and 6. For the Most High hateth sinners and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly. Who is the ungodly? Esau, heathen nations. Most I don't love them anyway, and they don't have a power. Okay? They don't have a power. And then you got the 2/3 Jakes. They're also ungodly. And the Lord hates them even more because they're his people. And they get chastised more and punished more, and keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment. Okay, let's go to Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 9. Wisdom of Solomon 14 verse 9. For the ungodly and his ungodliness are both alike hateful. What's like it? Wisdom of Solomon 14 verse 9. For the ungodly and his ungodliness are both alike hateful unto God. Okay? For the ungodly and his ungodliness are both alike hateful unto God. So the Lord does not like ungodly people, man. You know? And you saw what happened to those revelers, right? And it's going to happen more and more. Wait till this Christmas crap starts. Because they've already started putting decorations up, here in the UK. And it's probably going to be more house fires, more Christmas trees lighting up, The mirth is already gone because I went to watch Black Adam. There was probably like a handful of people. I remember back in 2014, I went to watch, what's it called? Olympus Has Fallen. Was it Olympus Has Fallen? There was two. London Has Fallen, Olympus Has Fallen, something like that. And it was packed, right? Or was it 2015? One or the other. And now 2022, man, it's practically empty. Nobody even goes there anymore. The mirth is gone. The Lord hates his place. The Lord hates the ungodly. Listen, man, there's just going to be a lot of things popping off. Okay, which one should we go to next? Second Esdras, go there. Second Esdras. Second Esdras 15 and 26. For the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yeshai knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore delivereth he them unto death and destruction. Okay, there is also yeah. I'm trying to find something with the word hate in it, but I guess this sort of does give a description of hate. Okay, death and destruction is definitely hate. And there's nothing more. There's nothing worse than the hate of dying, right, in a horrible way, death and destruction. So, 2 Ezra 15:26. For the Lord knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore delivereth he them unto Salakia. 2 Ezra 15:26. For the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yeshai knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore delivereth he them unto death and destruction. Proverbs. Proverbs is a beautiful book. The more the scriptures open up, and the more you absorb them, cover every part of life, man. Seriously, it's beautiful. Proverbs 6 and 16. These things doth the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yeshai hate. Ye 7 are an abomination unto him. Okay, let's just read all of it from 16 all the way to verse 19. A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood, and heart that deviseth wicked imaginations, feet that be swift in running to mischief, a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren. Okay? People that lie, that shed innocent blood, murder someone for, I don't know, money, for example, or you want their dough, or that individual that Jake has, he's got 50,000 stacked under his floorboards in his room. I want to get that. He told me, and he's been your friend for 3-4 years, and Jake needs to, not pillow talk with women, and also definitely not tell your friends, especially where your stash is, because you become a target. Jake likes to talk. A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that deviseth wicked imaginations, what I just mentioned, feet that be swift in running to mischief, a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren. Like Chinese whispers, you tell lies about individuals, Let's go to a couple more scriptures to go. Malachi 1 and 2. Malachi 1 and 2. Malachi 1 and 2. I have loved you, saith the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yashai. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord? Yet I love Jacob. I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet I love Jacob. Should be, let's go to verse 3. It should be the next part where verse 3. Malachi 1 and 3. And I hated Esau. So I loved Jacob and I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage to waste for the dragons of the wilderness. So the Lord hates. Okay? So for those of you out there that are saying that Satan's doing this, they are blaming on the devil, the devil, the devil. Man, the devil's not more powerful, or Satan is not more powerful than the Most High. There is no war between the Most High and Satan. The Lord created Satan, okay? And Satan works for the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yashai. Satan is Yahweh Hashem Yashai's employee on the left-hand side, okay? Okay, do I need to emphasize on Hebrews 10:31 again? It is a fearful thing to fall into the lands of the living Salakia. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. That's Hebrews 10:31. Okay? So that's Malachi 1 and 2, 1 and 3. So let's go to Psalms again. Lovely book of Psalms, written by King David, to the spirit power of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. Psalms means songs. You know, you learn a lot by watching the apostles, man. Okay, and the bishops and the other great teachers, man, the prophets, all the prophets of Great Millstone, man. And if I name all the channels, we'll be here all day. Which is a beautiful thing because, man, the prophets, man, are the mouthpiece of Yahweh Hashem Yashai, and they are just hammering and hammering and hammering this queendom down, bruv. You know what I mean? Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yashai with the truth. And this is spread to the four corners, man. You even got like low life Edomites just, going crazy. They don't know what to do. They're all depressed on opiates. That's all they can do. Well, they better take them, enjoy their lines because they're not going to get that in the kingdom. Anyway, Psalm 11 verse 5. The Lord Yahweh Hashem Yashai trieth the righteous, but the wicked and him that loveth violence, his soul hateth. Okay? The Lord hates, the Lord hates, the Lord hates. Okay? Amos 5:21. Oh, I think I read that one, didn't I? Okay, read it again. Why not? Spirit brought it up again. Amos 5:21. I hate and despise your feast days, and I will not smell your solemn assemblies. Okay. Last scripture. Salakia, I'm a little bit all over the place. Sometimes my mind wanders. Bear with me, please. I'm just, I'm not as an avid great video maker, or, I'm just a basic individual. And Lord willing, I can increase and get better at these things. Ecclesiasticus 12 and 6. Also known as Sirach 12 and 6. For the Most High hateth sinners, and I will repay vengeance unto the ungodly and keep them against the mighty day of their punishment. Okay, that was read again as well. So lucky about that. But it's been reiterated just to sort of solidify the fact Yahweh Hashem Yashai hates, man. Definitely hates. And the Spirit brought out certain scriptures again and again. So I brought out about 8 or 9 scriptures there, possibly more. Lord willing, I'll get better at this. But whoever's watching Tawada for bearing with me, and I suggest you guys go into the Great Millstone channels and learn more. And all praises to Yahweh, B'Hashem Yahushai, B'Hashem Rakha Kodash. The Lord hates, okay? And Yahweh Hashem Yahushai controls the right and the left-hand side. And there is no war between the Most High and Satan, okay? Satan, it works for the Lord. Okay, on the left-hand side. He's a left-hand side angel. Okay, like you got the lovely right-hand side angels. Okay, all right. Brakti Yahweh, Brakti Hashai, Brakti Yahweh, Brakti Hashai, Brakti Yahweh, Bahashem Yashai, Bahashem Rakak Wadash, Shalom, Wa Abad Babal, Kwam Yeshua.